Alright, everybody, I'm gonna make a video. I only have 14 minutes. Um, I didn't even have any time, but my email came to me and said that they were gonna shut down my email if I didn't clean out my account, so I had to get in there, erase all this shit. But eventually it gave me 14 minutes, so. Um, I have all these videos I need to fucking get out there, but anyways. um, I have to listen to them first, and sometimes I get tired of hearing myself ramble. Um, just But this one I definitely want to put out there. I'm really really excited about this one. I was listening the other day in the morning to this one channel called Esoteric Guardian, I believe it was Esoteric Guardian, and it was doing a video on the ancient religion of Moloch. Now, maybe some of you have heard this name Baal before. Recently, I've started to learn that I think Baal is the generic word for a god. So this Moloch guy might even be called Baal Moloch, right? Just like Yahweh is called El, Baal El, right? Um, anyways, um, so this video was just so fucking fascinating. I'll try to put a link. I don't know how to do that. But it's Esoteric Guardian. It's video on Moloch, if I don't get it out there. But it was just so fucking fascinating. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Because what he was saying was that in this basically Phoenician religion, which is the same religion of the Canaanites, and it was the Canaanites who Moses was opposed to, right? And so Moses is opposed to Moloch, right? And when he was describing this religion of Moloch, and basically he was saying that it was the religion that is worshipped, basically I think he was saying by the elites, by those in charge, because it's the world that we're living in. And in the Molochian religion, it was a world of total sacrifice. Complete and total sacrifice. Like, that was the virtue. The virtue in this Molochian religion was complete and total sacrifice. But isn't that the world we live in, If you're a parent and you want to love your kids, well, you don't spend time with them because you can't. You're working all the time. You're psychologically abused at work, so you come home and you just escape. But you're sacrificing. Sacrificing. All those Asian students, just sacrificing, right? And that's our life, right? But this was the religion, and this was the virtue of, and we can see how it would be a virtue, right? Because this is the justification that we all use in our lives. But this is the exciting thing. The exciting thing is that Moses had a completely different outlook on life, and so did all of the writers of the Torah. Like he was opposed. He was completely opposed to basically what are the founding myths of the Canaanite people. Like this is a part of their identity. This is who they are. They are a people of sacrifice. And this Molochian myth is their identity. Anyways, but for Moses and for the other writers of the Torah, there was this idea of holiness, right? Now, if I say the word holiness in our day, it's going to take on this puritanical, self-righteousness to it. It's going to, like, holiness is something, like, if somebody's holy, then they're probably a judgmental, uptight douchebag, right? But that's not what Moses meant by holiness. Like, these Puritans are evil people who promote a false religion. Because if you believe in the Creator, then the Creator created the hard cock and the wet pussy, and He created pleasure. And these Puritans are against the Creator. Anyways, holiness. Holiness to Moses meant living a more full life, right? And it meant, spending time with your family, not with your family. Your family doesn't exist. No, you have to have time to spend time with your wife or husband, with each of your children, or all of your peoples together. You need time. You need to spend time with friends. Spend time with others. It's like that's what the day of rest was. He was like grabbing the Jewish people and saying, "Sit, children, stop, being so busy all the time." You need time for yourself, to develop yourself, right? Because if you don't develop yourself, then you don't have anything to give, and love is just an empty emotion. So you need time to rest. OMG, you need all this time outside of work, and work was very important to Moses. You could tell because he was a very accomplished man. He knew he was a Renaissance man, so he loved work, but his way is 100-degree opposite. He's condemning the ways of these Canaanites, and who are the Canaanites? Well, Hebrew is a dialect of the Canaanite language. Hebrew is a Canaanite language, in the same way that both Portuguese and Spanish are a Latin language, right? Languages transform, and the Hebrew, or the early Semitic language of the Jews, was a Canaanite language. And so what is Moses doing here? Like Moses is refounding the Canaanite people. Moses is trying to destroy this Molochian myth and give the Canaanite people a new myth. Because he didn't go in there to wipe out the Canaanite people. They were still living there after the conquests. His intention was not to get rid of them. His intention was to shepherd them. It says he got rid of the bad ones and he blessed the good ones, just like his hero Abraham did. Abraham was cursing the wicked and blessing the good. And Moses was now doing the same with the Canaanite people, who are his people, and he's trying to destroy this Molochian myth. And I should have researched this too, so I could do this more justice. but I'm a half-ass, so whatever. Oh, here's another interesting thing. On that same day, right after doing Moloch, this was in the early hours of the morning, 2, 3 in the morning or so. Drinking some coffee, smoking, and just watching this stuff. Esoteric Guardian. And I flip to some other videos. But then I go to a video where Jordan Peterson is debating these atheists, right? And it was fascinating because Jordan Peterson's description of Christianity is a Molochian interpretation of Christianity. It's Christianity as the Molochian religion, as a religion of total sacrifice. Maybe Jesus was a Molochian of total sacrifice. You know, is that what the crucifixion is? Maybe not. I don't know. But as far as Jordan Peterson is concerned, he promotes a Molochian Christianity, where total sacrifice is the way, right? Now, I don't know about for Jesus, but I know for all of the writers of the Torah, it was about holiness. It was about living a balanced life. Like, OMG, like holiness doesn't have to do with like putting your hands into prayer mode, you know. And you know, chanting a bunch of empty words. Holiness has to do with living a more balanced life. Like shit. It's pretty simple. I think that's about it.